Good morning and welcome to Solent Sports News. I'm Dan George with your latest sporting headlines. We're going to start with football because Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has called for his side to stop conceding sloppy goals ahead of their Premier League clash on Sunday away at Fulham. The Gunners drew 2-2 with Sporting CP last night in the Europa League. Having taken an early lead in this game, Arsenal went 2-1 down before a wildly deflected Granit Xhaka pass ended up in the back of the Sporting net to make it 2-2 on the night. Arteta said his side need to improve.
We are conceding too many simple goals, and we talked about the importance of boxes, and especially in competition when you are in or out. And today we didn't defend that well enough, and we have to be better at threatening the opponents as well. But obviously you have an opponent there, and we have had a lot of games recently, really emotional games recently. And today we make a lot of changes, and that cohesion sometimes needs some time, and you could feel that in the first 10-15 minutes that he needed some time to adapt and to click. But if we don't expose them, that's never going to happen.
Also in European action last night were Manchester United, who impressively beat Real Betis 4-1. Ahead of welcoming Southampton to Old Trafford on Sunday, United boss Erik ten Hag focused on his Brazilian forward Antony, who scored an important goal to give his side the lead again in the second half last night. Ten Hag was asked if he felt the 23-year-old was more suited to games in Europe over the Premier League.
I don't think that's only can do it in the Europe League because he scored in his first 3 games in the Premier League. But I think in first half, I think he could do better to make more actions, be more brave, go more behind and taking players on, but especially more movement, using his speed. And I think second half was his performance much better, and he made a great goal and an important goal.
In the world of rugby, Owen Farrell has been dropped for the first time in his international career. Ahead of a crucial game in the Six Nations against France, head coach Steve Borthwick has made the decision to drop the Saracen star for young prospect Marcus Smith. Farrell will start on the bench. On to tennis, and Andy Murray will now face 15th seeded Spaniard Pablo Carreno Busta in the second round tomorrow at Indian Wells, after defeating Thomas Martin Etcheverry in 3 sets. Another victory for the 35-year-old would set up an all-British clash in the tournament ahead of the winner of Dan Evans and Jack Draper's meeting on Saturday. In darts, Michael van Gerwen will be looking to make it 4 Premier League wins in a row in Nottingham after winning last night's event in Liverpool. The Dutchman beat Michael Smith 6-4 in the final. This result puts the Dutchman in full control of the competition as he now has an 8-point lead over second place Smith. Golf next. The second round of the Players' Championship starts today at 11:50. Chad Ramsey took a shock lead in the Players' Championship yesterday, shooting an 8 under 64 at TPC Shawgrass, with Colin Mokuwaka 1 back in the solo second. Matt Fitzpatrick and Rory McIlroy both finished at 4 over on their first round and tee off at the very specific times of 12:34 and 5:56. That's all for now. Come back at 1:30 for all the latest on Solent Sports News.